you ever wondered what the country was like or what was happening in the world during the month and year that you were born? I was born in March of 1997. That was over 19 years ago, and a lot was going on in March of 1997. Here's some history about what was happening then. For one thing, the price of gas in March of 1997 was only $1.27 a gallon. Michael Jackson's first son was born on February of 1997, but it was not until March of 1997 that he announced that he would call his son Prince Michael Jackson Jr. He named him this because he said that both his grandfather and great-grandfather were named Prince. In March of 1997, Seinfeld was the #1 TV show in America. Jerry Seinfeld stars in the television comedy series as himself, a comedian. The premise of the sitcom is Jerry and his friends going through everyday life, discussing various quirky situations that we can all relate to, especially if you live in New York City. The eccentric personalities of the offbeat characters who make up Jerry's social circle contribute to the fun. The movie Liar Liar was #1 in the box office. The movie starred Jim Carrey and was about a fast-track lawyer who cannot lie for 24 hours due to his son's birthday wish after the lawyer turns down his son for the last time. Wanna Be by the Spice Girls, the British all-female pop group, was topping the charts in March of 1997. The group began with 5 young aspiring performers and blew up into a 90s frenzy of platform shoes, choreographed dance numbers, and of course, girl power. Here's a clip from this song. Now, I'm sure that's a song that everyone here has heard at some point in their life. The Runaway Jury, written by Josh Grisham, was the best-selling book in America in March of 1997. The story is set in Biloxi, Mississippi, about a landmark tobacco trial with hundreds of millions of dollars at stake that begins routinely, that then swerves mysteriously off course. Ironically, this same author, John Grisham, has the #1 selling book in America today. The book is called The Whistler. On March 26, 1997, 39 members of the Heaven's Gates cult were found dead from mass suicide in San Diego, making the national headlines. Some 39 men and women were found dead. They were part of a ritualistic suicide near San Diego. The group belonged to WW Higher Source with a practice celibacy and abstain from smoking and drinking. The dead were between the ages of 20 and 72. The guru was Marshall Applewhite. Also in March of 1997, at the age of 72, former President George Bush, the 41st President of the United States, dressed in a white jumpsuit and closely guarded by 8 professional Army jumpers and members of the United States Parachute Association, jumped into the clear desert sky, some 12,000 feet above an Army testing base. President Bush wanted to fulfill a pledge he made to himself after his Navy plane was shot down in World War II. He is believed to be the only American president to have ever jumped out of an airplane. Also in March of 1997 was the brawl in Hockeytown between the Colorado Avalanche and the Detroit Red Wings. It is known as one of the nastiest and bloodiest fights in NHL history, as a dirty hit from Claude Lemieux on Chris Draper in the 1996 Western Conference Finals, a hit that broke Draper's jaw, nose, and cheekbones, set the stage for emotions and fists to fly a year later. The brawl in Hockeytown is one of the most epic in hockey history, as the visuals of Darren McCarty from the Red Wings wailing on Colorado Lemieux and goalies Patrick Waugh and Mike Vernon throwing punches at each other are all-time images, as well as the slew of other fights that followed in the aftermath. March 9, 1997, a rapper known as Notorious B.I.G., Christopher Wallace, was shot to death in a drive-by shooting while sitting at a stoplight in Los Angeles. This murder was thought to be brought upon by a rift between rival rappers from both the East and the West Coast. Notorious B.I.G. was killed only a few weeks before his latest album, entitled Life After Death, was scheduled to be released. On March 14, 1997, a 68-year-old Gordie Howe signed a contract with the AHL Syracuse Crunch. He was attempting to become the first player to play professional hockey in 6 consecutive decades. Gordie Howe is known as Mr. Hockey. He played for the Detroit Red Wings for 25 years. At the 69th Academy Awards in March of 1997, Geoffrey Rush won an Oscar for Best Actor in a leading role in his movie Shine. Shine is the Australian film about the life of a pianist, David Helfgott. This movie was an unexpected success in the box office, garnered an Oscar nomination as Best Picture. Gymnast Simone Biles was born in March of 1997. She won 4 gold medals in the 2016 Olympics in the all-around, team, floor exercises, and vault competitions. Grace Hefner, the mother of Playboy's publisher Hugh Hefner and an earlier investor in the magazine, died in March of 1997. She was 101 years old. In conclusion, there was a lot of events that happened in March of 1997. It was a busy month and year. A lot happened that I was not aware of, and a lot more went on that I did not mention.